When I was growing up, my dad had retinitis pigmentosa and he was blind, and we didn't know it was hereditary. But when I'd had my children, Paul would be about 2 and we were quite concerned about his vision, and so we underdid a formal diagnosis, which came through when Paul was 3, Andrew was 4 and David was 6. David's the eldest, he's 23, he works as a computer programmer. He's doing a fantastic job that he loves. The main hobby of his is music. He plays various instruments and he does enjoy doing sound recording. He's got very reduced peripheral vision and his central vision isn't particularly brilliant, but he does really, really well. Andrew's next, he's 22. He works at as a residential support worker at the Seashell Trust, which is working with very severely handicapped children and young people. I'm really proud of what he does because it's a challenge for him every day with his own disability, and he's just proving that he can do that, and for that I think it's marvellous. Then there's Paul, he's 20, he's at university studying accounting and economics. He's probably the quietest of the bunch. He's happy with his own company. He's got the worst peripheral vision of the 3 of them, but he has got excellent central vision. Last but by no means least comes Rachel, and she's studying business and economics, and in her spare time she does an awful lot of working with children and young people. When I first discovered they had retinitis pigmentosa, obviously emotionally and physically it was draining.
Education was the most important thing, getting them through that, getting them what they were entitled to. But as far as living with somebody who couldn't see very well, because of my dad, I'd grown up with it was second nature.
They all went to mainstream primary and secondary school and did really well. They were supported excellently by the local authority with the sensory support. But David and Andrew both chose to go to the Royal National College for the Blind in Hereford to do their 6th form. And obviously getting the funding for this kind of thing is a massive thing within the local authority because nobody wants to pay for it. But David, his went through fine, but Andrew's initially we got turned down. But you know, you just got to dig your heels in, and I knew it was right for him, and I knew that he would really benefit from going there. And I was right because he did so well while he was there, and I'm so glad that he had that opportunity. Having retinitis pigmentosa has not stopped my children from having active social lives and embarking on their chosen careers. If somebody hasn't grown up with disability or doesn't have anybody disabled in their family, they would probably look at our family and think that it was very unusual. As far as I'm concerned, it's my family, they're my children, and no matter what's the matter with them, they're still mine.